Welcome to REthink Series Spring 17. In this video, we will be looking at the deal pipeline from the landlord rep perspective. So looking at the deal pipeline, I can drop down. I'm going to go, you can create a new deal. You can look at recent records, or you go to recent lists. So I'm going to click on the all to look at all my deals. And here you'll see, instead of the traditional grid format, we have it displayed in Kanban, but you can toggle back and forth. So as you can see up top, we have the different personas or record types of the deals separated. So we have tenant rep, seller rep, landlord rep, and buyer rep. I'm going to click on landlord rep. And what you'll notice is the stage names change. Obviously, with the different cycle, we have different stages. So each of these deals are separated in different swim lanes by the stages. You have the gross commissions for the deal being calculated. And this is a drag and drop play. So I can move this wherever I like it, and automatically it will calculate that commissions to give you clear visibility into your pipeline. So I'm going to go to the 4249 West Diversey, click on this deal, and we'll be able to evaluate this deal in more granular detail. So again, you have the deal tracker that is very flexible with the ability to go back and forth. These are the stages we've completed thus far. Up top, we have high-level information that is customizable but critical, showcasing who is a lead broker, and then also information around the close date and the commissions. We also have actions. So we have the pipeline management. This is a way to click. If you click on it, you are able to quickly change the close date and anything pertaining to the commissions. You have the ability to add to the associated parties both external contacts and internal colleagues, where you can also designate read or read-write access to other REthink users, along with give them broker splits. Then from a landlord perspective, we are tracking inquiries for prospective tenants interested in the listing. And then you also have the ability to click on new offers. In the drop-down, I can click edit, and this will allow you to quickly change details pertaining to the deal. So I'm going to click on that. As you can see here, this is where we've already input a lot of our lookups pertaining to, okay, what property are we listing, what specific space and unit, the different client from a company and contact perspective, where we source the deal. Then again, we have the pipeline management that you can directly edit here, or we have that action. We have client expectations. This is something that has been valuable for our clients to track what expectations were upfront from the client. So when they're listing, you're tracking here, what did they think the rent was going to be? What are basic lease terms? What were their expectations? And then they can benchmark that once a deal is transacted. Here we have listing details. Again, what exactly, we have those expectations, but did what we list on these different sites, did they change? Additionally, we have critical dates, including the listing expiration. So this is something that we can trigger a notification that if you have a listing up and maybe 30 days out, 60 days out, you want a notification that that listing or that deal is coming due, we can set that up. Then finally, we have like the lease execution. This is really the final terms negotiated. This can be either a byproduct of when you field those offers, we can track those and we can have that information map here, or for those who just want to put in the final lease terms of the tenant, maybe the tenant contact, and again, that information pertaining to the rent, maybe escalations, the lease structure, landlord work and TIs, we can put that information in. So we just discussed kind of the different stages and the information that you put in as you move through this process. As we look over here on the right side, we do have capabilities still to generate documents around this. So for example, you would have the ability to, for all the inquiries, track that information, be able to spit that out into documentation. We also have action plans. This gives you the ability to select from different templates, such as if we have a listing action plan, this would say that, okay, we've come to an agreement, We're going to create a war room. We're going to create offering materials. We're going to send out email blasts. You have all these different tasks that you can set up and then also delegate to other users on the team. So that gives you the ability to carve out a template and fire those off in sequential order. We have the traditional ability to log calls, create tasks, and events pertaining to this deal. And again, we spoke about the associated parties. We spoke about the different listing inquiries you're tracking, and then the optionality to track multiple offers. So that information is displayed here on the right margin. Within Lightning, we can do that. We also have the more traditional method of having that quote-unquote related list information down here below as well. So user has optionality. We can change this to modify if you prefer one or the other, or as you can see here, keep both on the layout. So to wrap this up, let's assume this deal is ready. It is closed. As you can see here, this is blank for now, the comp record. But once we click on the mark deal stage is complete for the final money has changed hands, the tenant has occupied the space. As you can see here, the deal stage has changed successfully and a comp has been created. So I'm going to click on that comp record that was auto-created. And what has happened here is that information that presided in that deal record has now been mapped over. So now you have information that showcase who was involved from the landlord and tenant perspective, information about the property and the space, and then again, that information about the lease terms where the transaction maps over as well. And that is Landlord Run in the new deal pipeline for REthink CRE Spring 17.